Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
Share with them how you arrived at that name, Senator, and why.
Well, okay, I think I've said it a couple of times, but I'll say it on this platform now. The name Senator actually came about when we had our new age democracy. By that I mean 1999, when the military decided that it was time to, hand over to bloody civilians. So that period, senators were like a team to behold. You see a senator coming to an occasion and people are, showing so much regard and respect to, senators. So I decided to pick that name. It's not like now where senators are seen as the enemy to the people. So I saw myself as a representative of humor. Just like they were representatives, or they are representatives of law and order in the society. I saw myself as a representative of humor, and I wanted to be known as a senator. So that's why I chose that name back in the days. And so far, that's the name. Some family members at times even call me senator, forgetting my name. So it's funny at times.
Interesting. Now, your romance with show business, how did it start?
Well, first and foremost, I must say that I studied theater and performing arts, from the very distinguished prestigious University of Jos back in the days. So entertainment for me was something I passed through the books for, so I had an idea of it, studying it. But now on the field of stand-up comedy, which I got the major fame from before I moved into acting. I had this mentor, Julius Agu, who offered me an opportunity back then when I was still coming up. And I used this platform to showcase my talent. And subsequently, I got entangled with other, entertainment platforms, which has turned me to who I am today. So I started off, the big stage I started off with was Crack Your Ribs. Because I was Crack Your Ribs in Abuja in 2005, I think, or so. I don't remember. But not also forgetting that one of the platforms that really shaped me and got me ready for the stage like that of Julius Sabo was the radio show I was doing back then in Jos. I used to work for Ray Power. I used to present comedy on radio. So that was where I built so much confidence, aside from the university where I practiced art. So I built my confidence from that platform before I now migrated to bigger stages like that of Sabo. And after that, subsequently, I did stuff with Basketmouth, AY, Alibaba, and the rest of our senior colleagues in the industry at that time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I need you to tell us about your first major show, and maybe what one memorable thing that happened that day. Can you remember?
The first major show now will be this one I'm telling you, right? That of Julius Agu, right? Yeah.
Was there any memorable thing that happened that day?
Everything memorable happened on that day. Everything. In fact, what I will start with is the year before that year that I performed at Julius' show. I remember he invited me to come to Abuja to come and do Crack Your Ribs. So I got to Abuja. I paid my gate fee because I felt it was a learning process for me. So no amount to be too much for me to acquire knowledge. So I paid the gate fee and I got in. And then I think my official charge for events was 15,000 naira. And at that time, I think they charged 3,000 naira for the show. You can imagine how how I felt removing 3,000 from 15,000 naira fee that I received. So I got there, and when I went backstage and I saw the lineup of Alibaba, Oke Bakasi, Gandoki, Basket Mouth, the later Bagana, I said to Julius, let me come back the following year. I don't think I'm ready for this. He said that. Because I must admit I was intimidated by the profile that I saw. So I said I was going to come back the next year. He said, you know what, Julius? Perform now. What is this? Perform now, your colleagues. I said, no, I will not perform on this platform now. Let me learn and see how this thing is done at this level. So coincidentally I learned. So the next year he invited me to come back again. So by this time I knew that I was ready, yes, to rock the stage. And at that time I felt, since he gave me an opportunity to perform, let me also give an opportunity to a younger colleague who I also discovered at that time, Osama. He's based in the north. So I took him along and we went for the show. Now the show starts for 7:30, but we got to the venue by 2 p.m.
Wow.
We even helped in the evening. And then we got to the venue by 2 p.m. Julius didn't even know we were around. We were so excited that we were on the bill. We helped Transcorp Hilton staff to, organize and arrange the chairs, of the venue. We more or less, I can say that I worked with Transcorp Hilton for just some minutes before a show. So we helped them to fix every table and chairs, and we're just so excited to be on that bill. Now, so by 7:30, Julius came down from his hotel room, and then I went to meet him, and I said, we're here, we've been here since 2. He said, you've been here since 2, why? I said, we just wanted to make sure that we were not missing out on anything. He said, okay. The next thing, he came out with a sheet of paper. I said, now go perform first. When he said that, I visited the toilet like 3 times. There's a level you get to when you go to the toilet once, twice. By the 3rd time, nothing is coming out from that urine. So you're just under tension. I was so tense. Osama too was so tense. So I knew that if I don't brave up to calm Osama down, he's the younger one, it's going to affect me. So I said to him, no worry, we don't plan for this, Waka. So no worry, we'll do it. I will never forget that Gandoki strolled by lazily and said, who be these ones? They now said, they be comedians from Jos. He took a drag of cigarette and said, just get comedians. That again was another shock for me. You understand? So we were just under tension throughout, And one thing I knew for sure was that if that was happening the year before that particular event, maybe I wouldn't do well. But I was still sure that we were going to make an impact on that show. So we were the first to go on stage, the both of us. I'm not trying to gainsay, but go and look out for those contents. Crack Your Ribs 2006, Abuja. When we were done performing for the little 5 to 10 minutes they gave us to perform, it was a standing ovation. People were raising the chairs up, and Julius had to call us backstage and say, show just the start, now I don't end the show. But we didn't understand what he meant at that time. But we were happy that we came prepared and everything worked in our favor. And then subsequently from there, we just noticed that for every Julius show, we were always on the deal. And then the news now went around Lagos like there are some 2 boys from the north who are doing extremely well, and then I now migrated to Lagos, and the story subsequently, and you know the story. I've never been opportune to be on any magazine before then. I've never been opportune to be on any magazine, on any dailies before then. You were the first person who said, I will grant to my interview. And then to us, it looked like, I don't know how to explain that feeling.
We were in London then, Abi.
Yes,
We
that
were
was
in
when he
London,
was in
yes.
London. Yes,
Yes, in London, yeah.
that brings guy saying kudos to Julius. Yes, kudos to him. So when we're in London, you now said, he said, I mean, like he said in our language, full details, full page interview. I say thank you so much, sir. And then the story has just been on and on and on, and I give all the glory to God for using very novel personalities to get us to where we are. Maybe I've not said this on the media before, but I know I always tell you thank you every time I meet you, Mr. Azu. You were very fundamental in shaping this career. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. You're a good man. I'm proud of you.